Why can't Jews relax? Have you ever been asked that question by a non-Jewish friend or colleague? I have. Well, it certainly is a maddening question. In my experience, it was a professional colleague with whom I have cross-consulted with for many years, even taking care of each other's family members. I was therefore flummoxed by his question. He went on gratuitously, "It seems to me that Jews, like everybody else, should concentrate on the present and the future, and not the past." I said to him, "You mean like a psychiatrist might say to a patient, 'It doesn't matter anymore, you must move on'?" Should I have reminded him of the centuries of abuse and murder? Now, he was a very well-educated gentleman, and he should have been aware of the Crusades, the Inquisition, the catastrophic Holocaust. Ironically, it was difficult to be angry with him because he obviously meant well. He thought we were close enough that he could broach the subject. Well, October 7th came about a year ago, didn't it? Almost immediately, anti-Semitism appeared in all its nakedness. We have heard and read multiple sermons, lectures, op-eds, seminars, debates as to why this centuries-old hatred keeps reappearing. Everybody is an expert. In February, we heard a poignant lecture given by a Catholic theologian, Brendan Murphy. He gave us insight into the origins of anti-Semitism and how it originated with Gospels, the papacy, and Martin Luther. We were told that the church leaders now have disavowed that the Jews are responsible for the death of Jesus. And now we are working toward harmony and understanding. It is now only a matter of education. Why then, over the ages, have some of the most accomplished and brilliant individuals with impeccable educations been so vehement in their anti-Semitism? Think Richard Wagner. Think Shakespeare's Shylock. Think Dickens' Fagin. How does one educate someone who displays anti-Semitism? If you hear someone use the expression, "let's Jew them down," when negotiating for a price for, let's say, a car, stop them, educate them as to how inappropriate it is to say that. "I am so sorry, but it's only an expression. I didn't mean any harm. I'm not anti-Semitic. I have many Jewish friends." In the foreword of Phyllis Goldstein's fascinating book, A Convenient Hatred, The History of Anti-Semitism, the late Harold Evans, a noted British-American journalist, wrote, quote, "Anti-Semitism is a mental condition conducive to paranoia and impervious to truth. Its lexicon has no word for individuality. It is necessary dehumanizing when people become abstractions. Once an emotional stereotype has been created of Jews, it is readily absorbed in the bones, an enduring poison that distorts the perceptions of the victims. All minority groups have suffered, but none have been stereotyped more heinously or durably than Jews." Can education change that? Maybe, maybe not. Jonathan Swift wrote, "You cannot reason someone out of something he has not been reasoned into. You cannot reason someone out of something he has not been reasoned into." So why should we not relax? Here in Savannah, did not Oglethorpe grant Jews the rights of all citizens, and we were able to achieve and prosper? We assimilated and integrated into American society. We live in a free society with anti-discrimination laws. Jews have over the ages accomplished outstanding achievements in science, medicine, technology, politics, business, and the arts. Think of all the Jewish Nobel laureates. Nevertheless, after October 7th, we experienced some of the most vehement anti-Semitic protests in years. What we have experienced in Charlottesville, Jews will not replace us. The Pittsburgh synagogue slaughters, the campus anti-Semitic violence is so reminiscent of Germany in the 1920s and 30s. We feared and still fear for our security. And how disappointing it was to hear some of the most elite college administrators actually say that anti-Semitism should be taken in context. As Scott Galloway, an NYU professor, says, quote, "Never has free speech been freer than when it has been directed against the Jews," unquote. Why can't Jews relax? Indeed.